Typhoon Ragasa struck Hong Kong early this morning, flooding the Fullerton Ocean Park Hotel Hong Kong with seawater. Glass doors were shattered and muddy water poured into the hotel lobby. The flood knocked some people off their feet and decorations were blown over. The incident occurred around 6 a.m., but fortunately, there were no reports of injuries. Typhoon Ragasa also generated massive waves along Zhuhai's Lovers Road, with many locals feeling the immense pressure from the storm's powerful winds. The typhoon has caused seawater to flood multiple areas in Zhuhai. Road closures forced many drivers to turn back, unable to continue their journey. On September 24th, a local video showed the waves at one mountain island in Zhuhai where the pier had already been submerged. Coastal parks were devastated, with roads and residential areas quickly flooded. The water surged at a speed that was alarming to those nearby. One person expressed their shock in a video. "Is this city going to be flooded? It's terrifying." Ragasa has arrived with full force, bringing the storm's winds directly to Zhuhai as shown in the video footage.
9月24号上午9点，珠海部分区域已经进入。
Zhuhai is in the 12th level wind zone. Some neighbors' lights are shaking. I can also feel a bit of shaking upstairs. Some trees on the road have already fallen, but overall it's still holding up. Some windows that weren't closed properly have been blown out of place or shaken. Although the wind isn't too strong yet, the rain is very heavy. The typhoon has affected much of South and East China, bringing heavy rain. September 24th marked the peak of the storm's intensity, with Guangdong Province bracing for extreme rainfall. Zhuhai started to feel the effects with strong winds and rain beginning on the 23rd. On September 24th, during Typhoon Ragasa's assault on Zhuhai, a reporter on the scene observed many tree branches snapped by the winds and rows of shared bicycles overturned. The reporters struggled to walk against the winds, and their glasses were blown away, vanishing into the storm. On September 24th, a user said in a video on Douyin, "Typhoon Ragasa has really arrived and the wind is getting stronger. Stay safe, stay indoors, and don't go outside. Take care of yourself and your family." Another local remarked that the storm was growing stronger, with Lovers Road in Zhuhai completely flooded, making it impossible to reach safer areas.
This typhoon seems to be getting stronger. Listen to the sound. Look at the sea. The waves are getting bigger. The seawater has already reached the street. It's flooded. And this road is closed. We can't go anywhere. We're stuck at home.
In Zhuhai's Xiangzhou district, hotel doors were blown open by the storm. In nearby Macau, the terrifying impact of Ragasa was caught on many videos on the platform Douyin. The typhoon caused a storm surge, rapidly raising water levels. Low-lying areas in Macau were flooded, and both water and power were cut off.
Macau is now experiencing strong winds and heavy rain, with wind speeds reaching level 14, and it's still picking up. Low-lying areas in the old city are starting to flood.
One resident in Macau said, "The windows in my home are about to shatter from the wind. Have you ever seen a typhoon this intense? It's my first time and it's terrifying." Another Macau resident reported, "The glass at the Wind Palace is about to break. It's only level 10 now, but what will happen when it reaches level 15 later? This is the first time I've felt the whole building shaking. I'm on the 22nd floor and it's getting scary." Another resident on the 27th floor said the windows had already begun breaking. People living on lower floors felt they might not make it. Ragasa is the strongest typhoon in the Northwest Pacific this year, directly hitting Guangdong Province and the Hong Kong-Macau area. The maximum wind speed near the typhoon's center reached over level 17, and its size exceeded that of the entire Guangdong Province, earning it the title of Wind King. According to the news outlet Macau, former assistant director of the Hong Kong Observatory and spokesperson for the Hong Kong Meteorological Society, Ragasa bypassed Luzon Island and entered the South China Sea, maintaining strong winds throughout. He stated, "Ragasa is extremely strong, much stronger than recent storms like Mangkhut and Hato." According to China weather reports, since Ragasa intensified into a super typhoon at 8 a.m. on September 21st, it has maintained this status for 74 hours as of 10 a.m. on September 24th. surpassing last year's typhoon Capricorn, which lasted for just over 60 hours. On the morning of September 24th, a local video showed the Tseng Kwan O Cross Bay Bridge in Hong Kong, located in the eastern waters, facing violent winds and rain. The rising sea levels had submerged the bridge's four-cornered pillars, an unprecedented sight. The coast continued to be battered by crashing waves. In the early hours of September 24th, the Hong Kong Observatory issued a Signal 10 typhoon warning at 2:40 a.m., marking the second time in 1 year since 1964 that the highest level warning was issued for a typhoon. Macau also issued a Signal 10 warning at 5:30 a.m. Ragasa directly struck Guangdong, creating tsunami-like waves at the Meisha Seashore Park. Staff members were seen patrolling the area to keep people away from dangerous zones. Facing the fierce typhoon, Guangdong officials emphasized the need for comprehensive and rapid preparation for typhoon defense. According to Guangdong's official media, Ragasa made landfall in coastal areas from Zhuhai to Sichuan as a strong or super typhoon on September 24th, with wind speeds reaching levels 14 to 16. This brought severe winds, rain, and storm surges. The Guangdong Provincial Meteorological Observatory had earlier warned that Ragasa's intensity was extreme and its storm radius was vast, requiring residents to prepare for catastrophic disaster defense. The Meteorological Office also warned of heavy rain and torrential downpours from September 24th to 25th across eastern Guangdong, the Pearl River Delta, and western Guangdong. Guangdong Province entered a Level 1 emergency response, and Haikou City in Hainan Province announced the suspension of classes, flights, and work on September 23rd. From 3 p.m. on September 23rd, Zhuhai Port of the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge suspended outbound clearance services, and the main bridge was closed. Temporary traffic control measures were also implemented starting at 10 a.m. that day. Everyone needs to evacuate by 10 a.m. Workers, make sure to gather your things. By 5:30 p.m. on September 23rd, over 1 million people had already been evacuated in Guangdong, with Shenzhen evacuating 260,000 residents. The city has set up 865 emergency centers. Multiple cities in Guangdong have announced the suspension of classes, work, production, transportation, and business operations. In Zhuhai's Xiangzhou district, local authorities ordered the evacuation of all residents living on the 30th floor and above of coastal buildings along Lovers Road. Residents living on the 10th to 29th floors facing the wind were also required to evacuate. Those living below the 9th floor were evacuated by local community committees. In Hong Kong, all high-speed rail services between the West Kowloon Station and mainland Chinese stations were cancelled from 6 p.m. on September 23rd to the entire day on September 24th. Hong Kong Disneyland was closed and Ocean Park suspended operations from 12 p.m. on September 23rd. The Peak Tram ceased service after 2:45 p.m. Hong Kong's public hospitals stopped all non-emergency services from the afternoon of September 23rd. On the morning of September 23rd, the Macau government announced that all government offices would close by 5 p.m. and civil servants would stop working. Only emergency services such as police, fire, customs, and hospitals would continue. All casinos in Macau temporarily closed, and arrangements were made for employees and tourists to leave. All schools, including primary, secondary, and kindergarten, were suspended, and residents were advised to stockpile 3 days' worth of food and water. By September 24th, all hotels and businesses along the streets of Zhuhai had been cleared, with glass doors reinforced with wooden boards. Many residents also used ceiling tape to secure their windows and doors in an X pattern.
广东最强的台风马上要来了啊！
The strongest typhoon in Guangdong is coming. We are taking every precaution. We are sticking the tape in an X pattern to see if it will hold up. This morning it was sunny, but now the wind's picked up and it's raining. It's coming fast, so hurry up.
刚刚通知珠海情侣路的高层住户们都要撤离了。
We just got notified that high-rise residents along Lovers Road in Zhuhai need to evacuate. According to official reports, whether or not Ragasa makes landfall in Zhuhai, it's still a direct hit. Zhuhai has already implemented a 5 stops policy: no school, no work, no production, no transportation, and no business. Starting today, Zhuhai is also closing bridges and roads, only essential vehicles on the roads, and people must stay indoors. We're preparing for a major disaster, making sure the X tape is on and stocking up on 3 days' worth of supplies.
给你们看一下台风前夕暴风雨前的宁静。
Here's a look at the calm before the storm. You can see the trees outside, not moving at all. This is what's really terrifying. Right now, all the roads here are closed, and we can't leave. All the markets and supermarkets are shut down. This wind is no joke. Do you remember Typhoon Hato? Back then, we still went to work, and the roof of our factory's metal building was torn off, spinning in the air like a meat grinder. My Audi almost got totaled. It ended up with a busted headlight. It was so terrifying.
已经空无一人了哈，担心他不来。
The office is empty now. We're worried it won't come, but we're also afraid it'll cause chaos. Today, everything's shut down. The official warnings from Guangdong are different this time. We usually hear orange or red alerts, but this time there's no color, just a major disaster. It's clear how severe this typhoon is. The maximum wind speed near the center is level 17. What does that mean? It's like a 60-meter wall of air pushing forward every second, faster than high-speed trains. Wherever it goes, trees are uprooted, and lightweight buildings are overturned. It could cause widespread paralysis, and this typhoon is also combining with cold air, which could bring intense rainfall and even mountain floods. Now, all schools and businesses in Guangdong are closed today and tomorrow. This is no ordinary typhoon. Many of our crops are in the seedling transplant stage. Some fruit farmers have already set up supports for their sugarcane to protect them from the storm, and others have been cutting banana leaves to shield them. All we can do is pray that the typhoon won't cause more devastation. Farmers truly can't bear such disasters. On September 23rd, traffic control measures were implemented in Foshan.
Whoa, the typhoon's here. They won't let us on the highway.
Videos circulating on Chinese social media show chaos in cities like Zhuhai, Shenzhen, Dongguan, and Zhongshan from September 22nd to 23rd. Supermarket shelves were emptied and the scene looked like a full-blown scramble. Supermarkets were swarmed as if people were fighting for goods. Shenzhen's supermarkets were cleaned out.
What happened to Hema? It's been completely cleared out. Everyone's stocking up. So many people. Take it, quick, take it. The eggs are all gone.
It's all sold out. We're buying meat, but all they have left are pig's feet.
Everything's gone, my goodness. The Samyang hot chicken noodles are all gone, and all the instant noodles are gone. The large bottles of mineral water are almost gone, just 2 left.
One resident said the world's strongest typhoon is coming. Supermarkets and markets have emptied out. No vegetables, no meat. I managed to grab some potatoes, greens, and tomatoes. A video shared by another person showed the typhoon is still miles away, but the supermarket has already been cleaned out. A Shenzhen resident commented, at the Walmart on Fuxing Road, goods are being snatched up just like during the pandemic. Every small store is emptied. Vegetables, meat, bread, and instant noodles. People are stocking up. A Zhuhai resident said in a video, the typhoon hasn't even arrived yet, but as always, supermarkets in Zhuhai have turned into a battlefield for groceries. It's a race against time and there's nothing left.
This is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. This typhoon has made everyone rush for meat, vegetables, and eggs. I went to the supermarket and it was wiped clean. I went to the pork shop, the chicken shop, everything was gone. Even the fatty pork. I'm lucky I bought a little, or we really wouldn't have anything to eat for the next couple of days. The market won't let anyone in. They're not selling vegetables anymore.
Can't go in. The doors are closed.
What's the danger level of Typhoon Ragasa? Can anyone answer that? Since I can't cook, I've stocked up on 6 buckets of instant noodles and 1 bottle of purified water, and I've taped up the house like this. I think it should be safe, right?
A typhoon has turned our factory upside down. You see, no wonder it's a factory for equipment. Look, we even blocked the indoor doors with wood.
As someone from Shanwei, every time I hear typhoon, I think of Usagi in 2013. I was there myself. I remember the seawater flooding up and covering the entire floor, the whole roof being blown off, and the water, power, and internet all cut off. Now facing this super typhoon Regasa, we can't take it lightly. For everyone's safety, our restaurant will be closed from the afternoon of September 23rd to the 24th.
Look at all these people. There's no common sense. After one day of typhoon, they cleared out all the vegetables in the supermarkets. See? They've wiped it all out.
It's complete chaos now. How much are 2 cabbages at the supermarket? 16 RMB for 2 cabbages. And they are one of the few leafy vegetables left. There's nothing else. It's all gone. 16 RMB. Is this the typhoon price? Ridiculous.
Although supermarkets were cleaned out, Shenzhen authorities have stated that any price gouging could result in fines up to 5 million renminbi. Some observers believe that all natural and man-made disasters ultimately target human hearts. If people can maintain their conscience, respect the divine, and cultivate their minds, they will be less likely to panic in the face of disaster and will refrain from hoarding. This, in turn, would help society remain orderly. According to China Weather Network, at 5 a.m. on the 24th, Typhoon Regasa was located about 255 kilometers southeast of Yangjiang in Guangdong Province, over the northern part of the South China Sea. It is expected to make landfall later in the afternoon and evening along the coastal areas between Taishan and Zhanjiang. As Regasa continues to move west, strong winds and heavy rain will gradually spread across South China on the 24th and 25th. The 24th will see the strongest period of the storm, with some areas in Guangdong experiencing extreme rainfall. At the same time, heavy rainfall will persist in areas like Jiangsu and Anhui, which are located in the northeastern quadrant of the typhoon. It's important to note that South and East China have high moisture levels and intense convection energy, so localized heavy rainfall, thunderstorms, and strong winds could occur as part of these severe weather patterns. Chinese authorities have reminded the public to closely monitor the latest weather forecasts and warnings, avoid unnecessary travel, and remain vigilant for secondary disasters such as landslides, mountain floods, flooding in small rivers, and urban waterlogging. The public is also advised to be cautious of storm surges combined with high astronomical tides. Areas near the Pearl River Delta and western Guangdong could experience seawater backflow. Relevant departments are urged to take early preventive measures.